Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It's time for us to finish up the Crystal Tower raid series and head inside the World of Darkness. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get this going. Not that much room to move around here. You definitely gotta watch out for the those circles here, because they pretty much fill most of the room. Alright, we are off to the first boss. Here we have a giant Ahriman. Alright, so for this mechanic, what you want to do is you want to pay attention to what side of the room you were on, and then when that mechanic comes up the next time, you want to swap over to the other side. So I started on the light side, and now next time I need to be on the dark side. Otherwise, this debuff over here is going to continue to stack up. Alright, so now this mechanic here, we've got these final hourglasses, and you want to just take them down as quickly as you can. And when the last one is taken down, whatever corner of the room is selected, that is basically going to have an instant death spell applied. And the only way to really avoid it is to get out. Oh, that's right. He also does a thing with his eyes, which will basically, when you look at him, and he does a certain ability, he's going to apply a debuff to you that will cause instant death as well. Alright, since I went down, my debuff got reset there, so I technically didn't have to stand in the darker area if I didn't want to. Alright, this circle here, that is an ability that will kill players if combined their level is above a certain point. Alright, it's this Mortal Gaze, which is where that debuff is applied. So you want to just run to one of these light pads, and that takes the debuff away from you. So, in this case, I'm going to be on the opposite side. And as you can see, my stacks did not go up. Instead, I was given a different debuff. There's Mortal Gaze again. And of course, you could just simply avoid it by not looking at him when he's casting it. Alright, let's get out of here. And the first boss is down. Alright, we've got our second set of trash here. There's the pole. We've got these forbidding gates coming down. Just want to take them out as quickly as you can. Other things are going to spawn otherwise. Alright, and now a treasure coffer opens, or rather it appears. Once you open it up, this whole group pops up. Obviously, we fought Xande back in the circus tower. And this here is a clone. so this dragon here has 5 heads, and it's got a few things it's going to do here. So, of course, it's going to do a White Breath here, which is an AoE move. Hits 1/4 of the room, basically. But then he's also going to bring out various moves against the rest of the party here. Here we go, I'm being targeted. For the most part, this guy is fairly straightforward, though. Alright, he does do this discordance thing, and when that happens, you need to start attacking all the other heads. And by doing that, that's going to reduce the amount of damage that Discordance can do. Basically makes it so it doesn't wipe you. And then, of course, we've also got those frozen spots. If you touch that, you're going to be turned into ice, basically. Yep, so just keep avoiding the ice. Watch out for the slimes and you'll be okay. And of course with the Discordance also, just make sure you're attacking other heads than its main body. Alright, second boss down. Alright, so here the teams need to split up once again. A to the left, B in the middle, C to the right. And here we've got an Atomos. course, whoever's tanking for each group needs to pick it up. And this Atomos does a series of things, including eats people. And he'll also try to knock you off as well. When you're up here, just make sure you're hitting the pads, and that will allow you to let other players back up. Oh, he ate me. Alright, and now we can just jump across. And this now takes us to the third boss. Alright, here we go again. So, Cerberus. He's got several abilities that you gotta watch out for. One of the most important is going to be related to the Wolfsbane that pops up eventually. Alright, so, people are getting crunched there when they should not be. The Wolfsbane needs to go down first here. So once you're affected by the minimum attack, which basically reduces how big you are, then you can get into the gastric juices over there. And have him eat you. And so what happens from here is the party that got eaten, they are now inside his stomach and basically making a mess of things inside there. Alright, and then once he collapses, that's when those magic fetters over there are going to come into play. Here we go. So now you're going to have two players coming over here with the magic feathers. Now, a lot of people mess this part up because they don't realize that this countdown timer is happening. What you want to do is you want to click on him and wait until your timer is down to about 10 seconds. And then do it. And that way you can maximize how much time the rest of the party actually has attacking. That is so important, because if you don't get those chains back on him, you're going to essentially wipe him. But if you do it too early, you're not maximizing how much damage you're outputting, while he's basically on the ground, not doing it. Alright, so at this point he's broken his chains, and now it's just a race to finish him off. What happens is eventually he gets a stacking buff. Here it is, the haste plus, and if you don't do the fetters, then that's basically where that stacks up all the way, and that's essentially what causes you to wipe. I've never seen a team mess up the fetters and still get through that. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light. That's going fast. Alright, so, for the Cloud of Darkness, they do several things that are going to cause an issue. Shoot the wolf! Yeah, it's an old meme, but whatever. So eventually the ground is going to start glowing here. And that's where all the additional mechanics are going to start coming into play. Here we go. So, we've got these dark clouds heading towards the Cloud of Darkness. And we basically need to stop them. And you can attack them, but something else that you can also do is stand in the dark cloud as well as the dark storm. When you do that, that halts its progress, because it basically needs to figure out how to move around you. And then we also have these spots here, which are basically spots that you need to stand under in order to prevent the rest of the party from taking damage. Looks like that's it. We're moving on to the next phase. so get to where your spots are, depending upon your team, and take down this hypercharged cloud. And once again, she's firing her laser. I believe that was our red mage using their limit break there. So yeah, where all these health bars are going down, that's what happens when people aren't standing in things. But we were close enough that we could just simply take it down. Alright, duty complete. World of Darkness complete. Alright, let's take a look at the loot here. Oh, everybody left, and it just gave it to me. Alright. Let's get out of here. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga! Unei! Can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank the 12, are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Unei has simply passed out. Oh, by the gods, what happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep, and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xande's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allegan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here, precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Unei, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight Cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now whilst the Cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xande's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place, once and for all. Prince, Gra, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xande's blood. Ratia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. It is a gift you have inherited. Ra, you have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of the lag that was. That a man should still live with his forebear's blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line, and used the highest of Allagan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allagan. Not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We'll share our blood with you, Ra. Though its effects will be ephemeral, it will bolster the Allagan presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to allot. Our part in this journey is to bury Xande's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Unei and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero. But do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Unei, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Prince, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Xande's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There! The glint of light! It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no, you must move! Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it is because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Epilogue. I am Nero Tolskeva, the man who'll yet outdo Epilogue and Garlock. That was what you hoped to. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! Let's move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... These damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards! Ah! You owe me, Nero. Else I do. We're returned unharmed. Thank the gods. When the void gates started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running around like madmen, trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. If you're also... Where are Unei and Doga? They're not... They stayed. See, I will miss the two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That is not true, my friend. Unei and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this, and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambrose, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Prince are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell, and repair to St. Connacht's Fine. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Prince. But that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Unei's blood. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yes. Something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray, go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Prince. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia, and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. Alright, let us make our way back over to the find. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Prince, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the scepter of the Elephant. Alright. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now. There is something we must do first. Let me summon the others, and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. The elegant eye that runs in Gra's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think that his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood? For what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate. From discovering the tower to Gra gaining Unei and Doga's blood. Has Gra said anything? For that matter, where is Gra? And what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Prince, you say Gra stayed behind at the Crystal Tower? I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! It is Gratias, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask for your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers, and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Prince, please come with me. No doubt Gra means to seal off the tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plans to us. Alright, back to the Crystal Tower we go. The world was Gratia thinking, demanding we leave the tower. No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, sir. I am certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Gra. I know time is of the essence. All I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come, man. What is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unei and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with a log. Or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Xande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Epilogue, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Epilogue's royalty to outlive the Empire, Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Epilogue's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia, he waited. Epilogue's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. Now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. The Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as the logs to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hells, we may never fully comprehend them. It is as you say, Cid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same heights of Epilogue. But by then we will have lost the royal blood, and that means the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Amma did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Cid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then, to greet those the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. It is the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with the log. Just you wait. We'll cover all the lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes, and forgive us our failures. May we meet again, my friend. I'll keep you till then, Rambrose. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Prince, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I can chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the Ancient's wish. That's it. Crystal Tower is sealed. Crystal Tower slumbers again, then. It's too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Sounds like there's still something down there. Alright, once again, back to the coin we go. Or to the find, rather. You have just missed Sid, Prince. There is much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill Ra's wishes, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah. No matter how lonely St. Conach's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, lit by Gra's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. Alright, so we've unlocked the achievement Out of the Dark. And with the raid series proper finish, there is one last bit to this. Let's see. Is it back over there? Okay, yeah, it was back over there. Thankfully, it's just a short ride away. This is kind of a little bit of an epilogue here. Adventurer, may I ask a favor of you? I am sorry to trouble you so soon after your trials in the Crystal Tower, but my colleague, Ko Rabantha, has gone missing. She discovered the oddest orb deep within the tower, and said she was returning here to analyze it. No one has seen her since, though she is too timid a girl to have run off with her find. She probably just left to gather artifacts or materials in Revenant's Toll for her studies. But all the same, could you go and look for her there? I cannot shake the feeling something has befallen her. Alright, now we can teleport to Revenant's Toll. Is there something I can help you with? You seek Ko Rabantha? Well, you have found the right body, but she is not at home, so to speak. This lovely girl you see before you is known as Ko, but another soul dwells within her at present. Mine, to be precise. We're speaking with none other than Noah, Archmagus of Epilogue. My scholarly works are legend, my treatise of the cosmos priceless, and my very name known throughout the world. Or 'twas so once. My soul has whiled away the millennia within an orb. Ko awoke me from my slumber, and, well, how could I pass up a chance to walk the world again? So I allowed my spirit to flow into her body, and here we are. Forgive me, but you do not seem overly bewildered by this. Would I be wrong to assume you belong to the scholarly fellowship that carries my name? As I thought, Ko revealed this Noah when I entered her mind. Oh, but do be at ease. I bear you no ill will for using my name. I am, however, intrigued. What discoveries has this organization made? Has it made any findings of note to begin with? act in my name, and so are as disciples to me. I will give you my blessing after you have proven your intellectual worth. Such is my want. So, are you deserving? You have dedicated yourself to creating a brighter future, eh? Then we may be alike in spirit. When I lived, I had a thirst for knowledge, and dedicated myself to understanding the world, which was how I became an archmagus. You may yet become a disciple of mine. I would learn more of your journey into the Crystal Tower. If I can see your dedication amongst your exploits, I will be happy to give you a token of my immense wisdom. Pray do not expect too much, though. There are limits to what I can do in this body. Whose owner you were seeking, of course. Well, I will make sure that Ko's friend learns of what has happened. Some version, at least. And worry not, this body is in safe hands. I believe that is the shape of it. If my offer has tantalized you and your wish to prove yourself in my eyes, you certainly know where to find me. Alright, and so completion of that quest now unlocks a weekly quest, Gift of the Archmagus, which basically sends you back into the Crystal Tower raid series. Complete all 3 of the raids. Upon completion, you get an Allegan Catalyst, Aether Oil, and your choice of an encrypted tombstone, Carbon Twine, or Carbon Coat. And yet, you still don't know what happened to the spirit of Ko. Perhaps one day they will show themselves again, but for now, one of the ancient Allegans inhabits her body. Such a dark fate for her. And so with that, we have completed the Crystal Tower raid series. There's still a few other things that we can complete in the original A Realm Reborn content, but that is going to wait for another day. If you enjoyed today's content, please do make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I do go live or whenever I do put out a new video. I also have a Discord, link to that is in the description below. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.